Hello and welcome to a very, very special edition of the Three Donkeys podcast. My name is Adam Levitan. As always, I am joined by fellow donks Peter Jennings, CCRM88, and Jonathan Bales at Bales Football. But today, we have an old friend of the show and the current reigning king of the internet, the current biggest sensation on the internet, courtesy of Barstool Sports, Smitty.
That was the most warming intro I've ever gotten anywhere. That includes by my family and any sort of friends.
I met Smitty in Vegas last summer where he was repping Fantasy Labs at the World Series of Poker, did an excellent job out there. Bales, why don't you talk about how we know Smitty?
Oh man, I know Smitty from a while back. Smitty and I actually started like doing some freelance writing for a
Scumbag.
A scumbag site. That we had some hard time getting paid, but that's how I met Smitty. It was actually I met Smitty in a room at the Gansevoort in New York, and he was interviewing J.R. Smith, and J.R. Smith came in completely high and ate all these cupcakes and Cheetos, and then got his Cheetos fingers and rubbed them all over the white couch in the suite, just orange fingers. So yeah, that was the day I met Smitty.
Classy guy, all around.
All right, let's get to the topic at hand. We don't have to go through Smitty's life story. Smitty was involved in a boxing match. For those of you guys that don't know, Barstool acquired a company called Rough and Rowdy, which puts on boxing matches in West Virginia. And somehow Smitty was the main event this past Saturday. I always wonder how these fights come about. He fought this dude named Chef, who I didn't really know too well or didn't really know of at all. Why did you hate Chef? I mean, why fight Chef?
Okay, first of all, calling it a boxing match is an insult to all boxing. It is a redneck slash hick, for lack of better terms, brawl, rough and rowdy, that originated in backwoods West Virginia and North Carolina. Basically the only two states where I think it's legal to just get a bunch of people together and start fighting for no reason. And our boss, Prez, covered it for a video, I think 5 years ago, liked it, and we got more involved into it and ended up buying the entire thing. And since we bought it, Hank and Tex, who are Barstool employees, actually had beef. They settled in the ring. And then I was approached by Pat McAfee via FaceTime during one Drunk Eagles game about wanting to fight $20 Chef, who is a character on Barstool Heartland, who I have no problems with whatsoever, didn't before, don't now. And he just said, for the good of the sport and athletic competition, we should throw down. And long story short, that's how it came about.
I have so many questions about the fight. I don't know, Peter, Bales, do you have questions about the fight?
Yeah, first thing, the line. So Bales is really confident in this line. And Bales has been on the hot streak of hot streaks. I mean, the guy is just swimming in all the crypto money. He's nailing every single bet. And outside of his KuCoin investment, he said his conviction in you winning this fight was extremely high, and you were the underdog. So I was kind of surprised to see you were the underdog there, Smitty. What was your thought when you found out you were the underdog?
I was the underdog because I was not posting every single training session I had on the social media. I wasn't shit-talking. I wasn't doing much of anything because there were other stuff going on. I mean, we had the Super Bowl. I was still working in New York. I was training my balls off 6 weeks leading up to the fight. But this guy, $20 Chef, not sure if you guys are familiar with Barstool Heartland, but they're out in Indianapolis on Pat McAfee's dime, basically living in fantasy land out there. They do 4 hours of radio a day, and other than that, they can do whatever they want. So he's just training all the time. So it looked like he was really, really getting after it and was going to kill me. But are you guys frozen?
No, you're good.
We can see it. If it's frozen, keep going. We'll be able to. We can see it.
I gotcha. So it looked like he was really gonna, lay the wood, but I just kept quiet, and apparently 39-year-old fighter with minimal boxing experience. Actually, he was getting trained by Chris Lytle for like a year or two, who's a professional MMA fighter. That helped the line as well. But basically, I just stayed quiet, and the line, for whatever reason, started out at like plus 125. And then I moved to plus 150, which is outrageous. And that's when I took a lot of money on myself. And then I finally, like a couple days before the fight, released a video of me just beating the shit out of the bag, talking shit. And then the line like went down to even.
I also think that it was.
the public is just idiots. Whoever was making that line. Was that you guys at Action Network?
No, you would have been the freaking favorite, bro. If you were.
Oh, we published some analysis of the fight. I don't know exactly what we said, but I think part of it was my bookie. This is like $100 limit on these bets, and I think that they probably knew that would be like they might get more marketing if they set the line like that type of thing. So I don't know. That's what I thought it was, because I thought it was just like absurd to think that he would be. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's 39 years old. Who, granted, he is in phenomenal shape for 39 years old. I mean, that guy throws fucking mitts. But I really didn't care about the line that much until it went to like plus 150. And then I'm like, okay, like, this is getting out of hand right here. I might be like a slight underdog when it's looking into it, but I'm not like a fucking paraplegic wheeling myself out there ready to fight. Like,
did you have any boxing experience before? Or you just like, do you get into a lot of fights when you're growing up or anything like that?
No. I'm a lover, not a fighter, Levitan. I've been in like scruffles before, like in college playing football. I remember like we fought like the lacrosse team in like a frat house basement, where I was never like the meathead in charge, like duking it out one-on-one. I was more of the pulling guys off of like one of my guys, then like looking at each other as like, we're going to swing, we're not going to swing. I don't know. I don't really care. A lot of ducking, diving, but never like a one-on-one mano-a-mano fight. But boxing is it's a horse of a different color. Like growing up playing football, basketball, baseball, I never imagined like the conditioning would be as intense as it is. I trained for 6 weeks in like a Puerto Rican sweatbox of a gym where they just beat the living piss out of me. And for majority of the training, they would just make me do cardio so much that by the end of it, I couldn't even lift my hands to learn how to punch. So it's like, it's definitely, between the mental and physical aspects of everything, it's definitely the most intense sport I've ever been a part of.
Speaking of conditioning, Bales can't even finish a mile. So, we've had a couple mile bets and Bales couldn't even finish.
That's not the case. I can easily finish a mile.
You can easily finish half a mile. We know that.
You guys know I can. I would bet actually right now that I can run 15 miles straight.
All right.
There we go. Let's get some action on that.
Well, what's a marathon? 27.2?
Yeah, I can run 50. I can run a marathon if I had to.
Yeah, I mean, there's different
Why don't you do it for
running.
the 6, 12, 18, 24 challenge in Bales? Why don't you run more?
Well, that would be like if I can do it at any pace. I think for the 6, 12. And this was you remember when Prez did this? 6, 12, 18, 24. He had to like, I think he ran 6 miles, drank 12 beers, jacked off 18 times, and ate 24 donuts. This was a while ago. I don't know if somebody can hear us, but
yeah, I got you. Yeah, I mean, Prez did something outrageous where I think he like chose to jerk off like 16 times.
Yeah,
just totally irrational.
He didn't even get close to that. But
no.
Smitty, by the way, we have a bet with our friend Joe Ingram, who I'm not sure if you've met, but Joey claims that he can jack off 24 times in 24 hours.
Nah, that's not human. that's rabbit worthy.
We have a $6,900 bet against Joey on this.
Well, how is that confirmed? Like, is you just?
Well, we have
Levitan's the judge.
We're gonna.
I'm going in and test it, Sam.
That's how we got into
actually, we're gonna do it during the gambling Olympics, which we want you to be a part of. So we were thinking maybe you would be the judge.
I mean, there's a price for everything, Bales. Everyone has a number.
How many times do you think you can jack off in one day?
In one day,
24-hour period.
I mean, when I was in my prime, middle school, high school, I think I could probably get up like 8 to 10. Now, I mean, you know, 4.
Yeah.
4.
4? All right.
Yeah.
That
maybe
like,
if I put
like
my
100K on the line, you're gonna jack off 4 times.
no, I mean, if there was, incentive behind
Yeah,
it.
not just like what do you do on like a Wednesday?
Is that my hobbies? Is that my good week? Like night? Okay, if there was money on it, we could probably stretch it out to like 8, 9, 10. But I mean, anything above that, I mean, that's just not right.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing 12.
Okay.
You were saying you were going to do 8.
Everyone's very
No,
proud.
I changed my mind. I'm doing 12. I did a little testing. I
did a little testing.
Got into the field.
Joey's just an insane person.
Yeah.
Before that, making that statement. After
Which all right, let me ask you a question. Which bet do you think is a better bet for us? We have a bet with him that you just heard, and also a bet where he has to become fluent in Mandarin and do a podcast in fluent Mandarin for at least an hour. He has to do that within the year.
Within a year.
Dude, that's
6-1, 45,000 to 7,500.
Dude, that guy has played like 8 million hands of poker in like 2 months' time. Like, you give him like a time bet, he'll find a way to get it done. Like, he'll just.
So you like the Mandarin bet for him?
I like him to complete the Mandarin bet. Yes, I think he's smart enough and insane enough that he would be able to complete that. To win a bet against him, it would have to be something like physical. Like the jerk off thing.
We met up with him in Vegas like a month ago or whatever, and I went down the elevator to go get him in the lobby, and he had this Taiwanese girl, I think, and he said apparently he's dating her, but he said he introduced her as his language coach.
That's what I mean. He'll do whatever it takes. Like everyone is, you guys included, I believe, would be mental midgets compared to him. Like, he's just insane intellectually. Not to say you guys aren't either, but like Joey, I think, has no limits. Joey would sacrifice.
You want more action? I mean, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Want to get
I'll
on
take
Joey's
the other
side.
side of the Mandarin.
Yeah, right? But Mandarin is just like such a far out language. It's
Right.
It's not like Spanish. Okay, you know a little Spanish, you can kind of get French and Italian. Mandarin's just like fucking alien speaks.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He's drawing dead. Let's get to the allegations that are out there.
hold on one time. My roommate's calling me. Yo. Okay, yeah. Sorry, we're good.
Interesting way to dodge the allegations.
Yeah,
there.
I live with roommates. You guys can go fuck yourself. Yeah.
Allegations on there that Smitty was artificially enhanced during this boxing match. Do you care to respond? Go on the record here.
He went on the record on his own.
Thank you, Peter. Way to do your research.
That's why we're drinking the liquid out of the
where's your measure? Right. That's why you're Joey Ingram's cum boy. Get your shit together.
Yo, you should change your Twitter name to that, Joey Ingram's cum boy.
If he wins that bet, that's what you have to do. That should be a stipulation of the bet.
I like that. That is good.
I like that.
That's fine. He's drawing so dead in that. I'd be willing to add that in addition to the monetary portion of that bet.
Yes, I juiced. Quote unquote juiced. No, I wasn't taking Smarty Jones horse testosterone and injecting it in my ass. I was taking 10 milligrams of Winstrol a day, which is like what I was taking was like a low level testosterone orally, and it helped somewhat with the recovery times of the workouts. I won't say like turn me into the Incredible Hulk or anything. It made me go from feeling really, really, really shitty the next morning, my 33-year-old useless body to just like really, really shitty the next morning.
When did you start it?
I started 4 weeks out, which is very quick. Usually they recommend it 6 weeks.
So were you taking it when you were out there doing all the Super Bowl coverage and stuff? Were you training out there before?
Yeah, I was trying to train out there. I wasn't drinking. I drank one night in 6 weeks leading up to the fight. And that was the Barstool party. So, yeah, I was dedicated.
Did you even drink after they won the Super Bowl?
I had a beer or two, but, like, if I wasn't going to get hammered, I was exhausted after the Super Bowl, by the way, just, like, being at the game and yelling the entire time. It was, like, I was gassed. I was gassed just from that. So, I mean, once you get in that mental mindset of, you know, you're doing something, let's go, like, I really didn't have the desire to drink.
Yeah, you're only cheating yourself. That's why we like to do these physical like prop bets against each other, because like if you're just training to like get better or whatever, you don't have like a competition. Like obviously you're gonna cheat and not do like the same kind of dedication stuff, but you knew you were gonna fight on Rough and Rowdy, and like your reputation's on the line.
Yeah. I mean, reputation and this beautiful face. Like I did not want to get fucking knocked out. Like I wanted to be able to live afterwards. I know that's like weird to say from 3 minutes in an amateur boxing ring, but I really didn't know what to expect out of him. I really didn't.
All right, anything else on the fight, Bales?
No, man, I'm just sad I couldn't be there. I was gonna go down and
I had one guest. They were like, "Yeah, take whoever you want. Like, you want to bring your family down? You want to bring friends?" I'm like, "Nope, I just got one. I reserved it for Jonathan Bales," and he stood me up.
Oh, Bales.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, dude, I couldn't go, dude. I don't even want to get into this. I was so upset.
No, you look like you're gonna cry.
Like watching the fights and just like crying at home on a Friday night, watching, just so sad I couldn't be there.
All right, we'll survive maybe.
Do you want to talk about
the Rapaport thing?
Yeah, go ahead, Peter.
Because this is a big thing to me. Rapaport's, for whatever reason, just always tilted the shit out of me. So I was happy to see the committee.
Just wait to get to know him.
Oh. So I knew about the fantasy football thing going back, which you can kind of dive into. Then he posted a video or a Periscope about how he was going to bet you. And he had $5,000 in $20 bills. Like, nothing says he's a fucking amateur when it comes to betting when he's flashing $20 bills instead of like hundreds. Like, just a total dweeb. And he's welched on you not once but twice. Like, what's the deal with Rapaport here?
I wouldn't say it was like individual welchings. He's just A, bully, B, psychotic, and C, says stuff that just will drastically change the conversation every 10 minutes because that's what he thinks at the time. So, like, he'll say something now that will be completely different 10 minutes from now, but, like, even though he factually said what he said and there's evidence of it, he will completely change the direction or go back on what he said or be hypocritical. I mean, he's just legitimately an insane person. And this all started with Bales and Mine podcast, the Fantasy Football Power Half Hour that we've been doing the past, like, 3 years. When Rapaport came in.
Smitty, is that back, by the way?
No.
Fuck, what the fuck?
I asked Dave on national radio the other day. He paused for about 5 full seconds and went, no. And then I was like, you're a dick. He's like, okay, well, we'll talk about it. We'll see if
all right, well, then we're talking about it. It's up in the air.
Yeah. I was like, it's a long off season. So, like, Rapaport basically forced Dave's hand with it and was basically given it without even, like, a fight, which, you know, you could blame Dave, you could blame other powers that be at Barstool, you could blame Rapaport, and it just was kind of like, hey, man, like, we had something here going, you come in, like, you don't even reach out to us, like, you know, the little common ground here. And that rubbed me the wrong way a little bit, but what really started it was Rapaport started a fantasy football league with Barstool, and like he did on Howard Stern's show, got really, really upset that nobody was taking it seriously or, like, doing any shit talking. So on the Rundown Live, he stands up. He's like, look at all you fucking pussies. You don't even want to talk? You don't want to talk shit about fantasy football? All you are fucking losers. You're pussies. So I stand up. I'm like, hey, man, I beat you last week. Shut the fuck up. because that's like my kind of character there. Like, I'm not letting him just push everyone around for no reason. And he comes over the top on me instead of, kind of talking shit back. He goes with the, who the fuck are you? You're a failed comedian. You're a nobody here. I don't even know your name. Dave, fire this guy right now. I'm putting you on the spot. Fire this fucker right now. And Dave is just like kind of, I don't want to say psychotic, but he's a wild card that in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, this movie star's coming in. He's got a lot of power, not only like push me out of fantasy football podcast, but has the ability to influence Dave to some things. Like, Dave might just fire me out of principle right there and like be stubborn enough to not like take me back. So yeah, I took that really, really personally. And then it devolved to us doing bets back and forth every single week on DraftKings. I cleaned his fucking house every week, basically. He ended up owing me $2,000, went back on it. His bets, there's physical evidence of him betting me and calling me a liar and then saying we didn't bet, the whole back and forth thing. And then Rough and Rowdy came and he got in Sean's chef's kitchen, basically was talking shit all week. I was pretty much silent. And then afterwards, I basically called him out, said, where the fuck you at, Rapaport? He accused me of steroids. I stayed quiet. He went on a basically a scorn woman Twitter like rant where he like sent the same thing over and over again, like a fucking ex-girlfriend like texting someone like
he sent it like 96 times or something. I saw.
Yeah, and finally K Marco stepped up and it's just like, dude, nobody fucking cares, you loser. And then he came at K Marco, and then K Marco in the letter and time on Instagram, all while Rapaport called K Marco like and once K Marco opened the floodgates, other bloggers felt speaking their mind and choose Rapaport, and he got very triggered on Twitter as he is apt to do, and ended up insulting the entire Barstool fan base, and they fired him. Rest in peace.
So how much do you think he owes you at this point?
Oh, I know he owes me like $4,000, but will I ever see it? Absolutely not. Guy's a fraud. He's a fraud. He's a hack. He's a liar. I'm glad he's out of my life. I would pay $4,000 to never like mention him again. So that's essentially what it is.
All right. Well, not to get you to mention him again, but the one thing I thought was super shady was he sends a PayPal confirmation that wasn't really a PayPal confirmation.
Yep.
That's like literally the shadiest thing you can possibly do.
Yep. Like
that's the oldest. Like, oh, I have cancer. Oh, I need like a donation or whatever. Like, there's so many scams and frauds. Like, how does someone is like social media stature or whatever think that that's ever going to work?
Yeah, he wanted to bet me $2,000 straight up that over the Rough and Rowdy fight, and I said, "You're a fraud. You're a fucking hack. You're a liar. If you want to bet me, let me see the cash first, and we'll put it in the hands of a third party." He goes, "I'll bring it in. I'll bring the cash in Barstool HQ by tomorrow." He didn't, and then instead of sending me the money, PayPal, he has my number, he has all my info. He ends up sending it to a third party in Indianapolis who he never even fucking talked to before, and just screenshotted it and put it out on Twitter saying, "The money's there, you're fucking mine." And then I talked to the guy from Indianapolis, Diggs, and he's just like, "Yeah, I don't know where that screenshot came from. I got no money." And he's a fucking liar. Like, he's a loser. He's a hack. He's a fraud. He's a fucking loser.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that's really big to us. Like, obviously, we bet a lot and make money off gambling, and your reputation is everything. And like, that might be in your best interest to do like one time, but you're just never going to be able to. Outside of just like, I could never do that to someone. It's just like a horrible fucking idea, even like financially. You're never going to be able to bet anyone ever again. Like, it's just
he doesn't care. He doesn't care about that. He cares about winning the arguments at that exact second, no matter what happened 5 minutes ago or 5 minutes from that point. Like, He cares about what's going on in the instant, and he is an insane person. He's like clinically insane or on drugs and a wife beater.
Yeah. I can't speak to
I'm not
those
sure why
things.
that's funny, John, but like,
No, it's I've seen you guys are like going after him. I've seen
an alleged domestic abuser. He has a restraining order against him.
Yeah.
Nobody likes
It's
people.
crazy. Like you see it, like some things you don't know, are they real or whatever. And there's certain things I've seen on Twitter that you're like, holy shit, they are like seriously feuding. Like some of the stuff that he posted about some other coworkers of yours and stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
Love it, Tim. Are you on the same
Yeah, the
page?
Rapaport one is like,
Go ahead, Smitty.
Go ahead, Smitty.
I'm sorry, you guys cut out right there.
No, go ahead, Smith.
Oh, well, as far as like things being real or not, Rapaport is pretty much the only one in Barstool history that was actually like real hate when it came to me. Like I've hated Dave like here and there, but most of it's been like, you know, shtick or over exaggerated. Yeah, Rapaport was 100% real.
What about Nate?
Nate's a tricky one because I would egg Nate on for the benefit of reality. Like everyone needed to see like how he was in Vegas explode because it's hilarious. So I deserved some of that back at times. Nate and I, up until that point, other than when he first like called me out for no reason, up until that point, like we were friendly and like text back and forth with, are you cool if I do this? Are you cool if I do that for the better of the site? But since Vegas, it hasn't exactly been that way from his standpoint, and it kind of exploded with Donovan McNate. But I think we actually talked this week. We were unified under the common hate of Rapaport, and actually texted this week for the first time in a long time. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry if the WSOP started a feud there.
I mean, that video we did got
that was
well over a couple million hits. So like it was worth it in my mind.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah. Hey, what a lunatic! Jesus.
Are you playing?
Real quick, when Bitcoin was at like 19,000 or whatever, I knew Nate was he kind of became a big proponent of it. On a scale of 1 to 100, how annoying was he in the office about Bitcoin?
I mean, the whole office was annoying. It wasn't just him. The whole office was Bitcoin crazy.
How many people did Lewis get into to crypto? Or was he the was he the one that started it? And then how many people own crypto, and do you own it?
I don't own crypto solely because I got confused when I tried to buy it because I'm an idiot.
I told you guys in Vegas, remember to buy Bitcoin.
Don't question how my idiocy works. It just does. I would say a couple. I'd say Nate is probably the most invested of the bloggers. I mean, Lou is very invested in it to the point that he individually hired a Bitcoin expert to work under the Barstool umbrella. And that's all he does is just work about cryptocurrency. Really nice guy. Went to the prep, like Philly guy, but like, yeah, that's all
Marty?
he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lou just hired him to work crypto for Barstool.
Yeah.
Like, okay, sure. Why not?
Are you planning on playing the World Series again this year? Did you have such an unbelievable experience repping Fantasy Labs last year that you want to play the World Series again this year?
I did have a wonderful experience playing under the FantasyLabs.com umbrella, the one-stop shop for all things fantasy sports. Yeah, I mean, I'm never going to say no to a free sponsored $10,000 entry into the biggest poker tournament.
Yeah, well, obviously, would you want to play on your own money, or do you have any interest in playing?
I would try to play regardless. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean that's a little down the line. I think Nate and I actually been talking about ideas for it, that how we can go and garner new content, because I'm pretty sure last year's probably paid for itself and then some a million times over with the amount of fucking content that came out of there for Fantasy Labs and Barstool. So we definitely would be wise to plan some sort of return. It's just a matter of how.
Yeah, so good. I mean, if Nate can be the chip leader, anybody can do it, man. It's like a commercial for the World Series. Anybody can do it.
Yeah, it's a make-a-wish.
Nate thinks he's legit good at poker.
Nate is good. That's the thing. Nate is good at poker, but he just gets.
So he thinks he's like the best in the world, though. Like that's what, like, right? Like that's.
Well, that's why he was good for such a short period of time. Was because he just like. What was this quote, Bales? I hate chatting. I love hate betting. Wow.
Yeah.
They love folding. It's something like so.
Dude, it was amazing. He was doing such a good job being that aggressive early, and then I remember, I think it was like Friday or whatever. I forget what day it was. It wasn't Friday, but he had the chip lead. I'm like, dude, you just need to be like super conservative now.
And you wouldn't
don't really have that much equity. Like you're like if you play this out a billion times, you probably make like $30K here. There's a $10K buy-in. We were splitting it. Like you're not gonna make that much money. Just stay in the tournament. You're gonna be on ESPN. Like just like don't fuck this up. And he just like blasts off all his chips in like an hour.
Yeah,
he's obviously good.
Yeah, once he went full Spider Monkey, I mean, he wasn't coming out of those trees.
I wore the Spider Monkey shirt today, playing racquetball with Levitan.
Yeah, good. How'd that work out for you?
Very lucky shirt, actually. I'm gonna wear it next time.
Yeah, Nate is a very, very good poker player, but I think that came with experience. Like he was running so hot, and with the World Series is just, I mean, if you knit it and just like get your cards here and there, you could very easily cash in it. But like Nate, like couldn't just sit there still.
No gamble, no future, right? For Nate,
I guess. I mean, I had a very good day one and day two. I was so like that was my plan, was to just like knit it out and ride into the cash. I didn't play a hand for like 8 hours. Legitimately, I didn't play a hand for like 8 hours and just started blinding down. And then I got really antsy and not really fucked it up, but like just went the way of the dodo.
Oh man, yeah. Nate got quads the first hand of the tournament.
Yeah, he quads over a full house and like 2.5 up. Like,
yeah, that's so crazy. Yeah, I do think that playing like that, like super aggressive style in that tournament on like day 2 and day 3 is probably right, because so many people are just trying to make the money, and so many people are like kind of scared to put their money in. So like playing that style that Nate played, I think can be super effective. But obviously,
he was doing it on day 1. It was bizarre right. World. He was doing it on day 1 and excelling, and they kept it going day 2, day 3.
The main thing though was that probably is right if you're trying to win the tournament.
Right.
His main goal, in my opinion, certainly the opinion of Fantasy Labs, was that he should have stayed in the tournament.
Yeah.
And then in that way, the equity was not there to be that aggressive, I thought. That was a fun trip, though, Smitty, wasn't it?
It was a very, very fun trip. I've never seen Nate like so high on life as when he was the chip leader of the World Series of Poker.
Dude, the whole thing was like about fucking you two. It was crazy. It was nuts.
It was a good trip that I hope we can duplicate in some fashion.
Oh yeah, we will.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else before we play Laden things? Peter, Bales, anything else for Smitty before we play Laden?
No, just that. I mean, we're gonna try to set up our gambling Olympics concept, which is gonna be like a variety of different types of gambling and sports betting and poker and rock paper scissors and whatever. And you'll be a part of it, but we'll do it around the time, I think, of World Series of Poker out in Vegas, so we can hopefully set something up with that.
Yeah, I mean, let's go. I'm definitely down with it, unless I'm fighting Rough and Rowdy 6.
Yeah, are you scheduled to do another fight, Smitty? Like, are you now, since you're 1-0? Like, is there going to be another fight?
People are already asking for a rematch. There's the next fight is April 4th, I believe, which is less than 6 weeks away. I have a rotator cuff injury from the fight. That's, as far as I know, is going to be like a 4 to 6 week rehab deal. So I'm out for that one. other than that, maybe down the line we'll see what the incentive is. 10K went to me, the winner here, and that's all what the prize pool was out of $550,000 that Barstool won. So we're going to try to up those negotiating skills if we go back into it. But I know Sean and I already talked. Neither of us are against it. It would just need to be worth it for both of us and for Barstool.
Do you think I could beat you, Smitty?
If I'm on my knees. That's just a fact.
You think I have no shot to beat you?
I didn't say no shot, but
Bales versus Smitty, rough and rowdy 4.
I have like 8 inches on you.
Yeah, I know, but I'll get in there. If I'm inside, you're dead.
How big would Bale's arms be if he started taking actual steroids? That's what I want.
Yeah, that's the issue. Oh, yeah. Steroids are now banned from Rough and Rowdy. That is official.
What about what you took, the testosterone?
That would be banned as well.
Why are they banned now?
Trendsetter.
Because that's what Dave Portnoy wants, and Dave Portnoy gets what he wants.
Is there actual
until a bunch of West Virginians start breaking out their Wizenators and just start cheating the system? Because I love to see those stipulations be passed.
All right, you ready for lot-in or anything else?
Let's do a little lot in here.
All right, so it's $100 a pop.
Yeah, you don't need to bet 100, Smitty.
100.
Shut up. Like, let me.
He's rich. He's on top of the world, Bales.
Yeah, thank you, Jonathan.
Who knows? Maybe.
All right. When I clean house here, and it's gonna be a different story, and we'll go double or nothing.
All right, the first one is gonna go to Smitty. So I'm gonna ask Smitty a question. You're not gonna have any stake in this, Smitty. You just need to think about the answer and write it down. All right.
Got it.
How many people in the world spilled soup on themselves today?
Soup.
Yeah, they spilled soup on themselves.
Any kind of soup, right?
Just write down your answer.
Okay. How long do you think of this doozy?
Bales comes up with the worst question.
Bales' whole angle is just to get an egregious answer.
All right, I have my answer.
I got mine.
I have mine. But we're thinking what?
Hold on. Are the two losers then paying $50 each to the winner or what?
No, just make it high stakes, 100 each.
All right, fine. 100. So the winner of this gets $200.
Correct.
All right, mark it down, Scott. All right. You guys ready?
And it's closest to. It's no prices right. It's just closest to.
Yeah, closest to. All right, go ahead.
Smitty.
No. We don't want do we want his answer first?
No, we have to say our answers first.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, that's fine. Go ahead, Levitan.
I said 200,000.
What? I said 120 million. That could be worse.
120 million.
120 million playing soup.
I said 50,000.
In the world eating soup.
Dude, soup is like the most common meal like people are having every single day.
That doesn't mean you can spill it though.
7.5 billion. What are they drinking out of? They can't drink it. They don't have cups.
What's the answer, Smitty?
2.84 billion.
That's worse than the stars.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah.
1 in 3 people in the world spilled soup on themselves.
Your guys' answer, 200,000.
Well, first of all, when you drink soup, like I drink soup with like out of a freaking bowl with utensils, and I still like spill a little on myself.
What are you talking about? A third of the world is so poverty stricken they don't have soup.
No, that's all they eat is soup.
2.8 billion. Smitty, how often do you spill soup on yourself?
Every time I have soup. So
I spill it myself too.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh my God, that's a quick question, Smitty. How many stars do you think are in the Milky Way?
In the Milky Way? Oh, like I would say like 200 billion.
Yeah, that's probably actually
That's
like
pretty close.
A good guess.
Peter guessed 5,000. And I think your answer of 2.8 billion is way worse than that.
No, I still hold the most egregious guess.
No, the thing is, he knew the world population and still guessed that.
Yeah, it's like 7.5 billion people.
All right.
I have a question. Who should I ask?
All right. So Peter won that.
Yeah.
Scott's got it. Although
All right.
I'll have to audit Scott just to make sure I'm
You
listening.
can ask either me or Peter.
All right. I'll ask Bales. How many people do you think currently employed at Barstool can beat Smitty in a rough and rowdy boxing match? Let me repeat the question. How many people currently employed at Barstool can beat Smitty in a rough and rowdy
It'd be a
boxing
very bad question if the answer is 0.
And they're full-time employees?
Full-time employees.
Question: can we write down like 1.5? Or like
Yeah, you
5?
can do anything.
You do
Yeah.
okay.
So now I have to guess what Bales thinks.
The answer is not what you think it is. It's what
It's what you think it is, but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay.
That's a fucking terrible question.
Why? Could be a bunch.
I have my answer.
I got mine.
I got mine.
All right, you guys want to say?
Said 1.
I got 1.5.
It's I guess 2.5.
Levitan guess?
What?
What did Levitan guess?
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
shit. I forgot to guess.
Jeez.
You guys are idiot. You asked the worst question. Oh my gosh, I'm so tilted right now.
Well, either way, Peter owes Smitty $100
I owe
there.
Smitty $100.
What would you have guessed, Levitan? Do you think?
I would have said probably 0. I don't know.
Yeah, what 2.5 people can kick my ass?
I don't know. I just
What?
know you have a lot. There's like, aren't there like
Francis, Steve Che, and Za?
Yeah, Za.
Well, that's where the half
Za-
comes in. I don't know.
Za's an actual midget. Or not? No, he's a little person. Francis, I think probably could.
I think Francis, if he trained, he could train for it.
Francis is like a freak, dude. He jumped like 40 fucking inches.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
all you need to do is hit him once and he shuts up.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I was impressed with your determination in the ring, Smitty.
Yeah, it's not called It's not called determination. It's called lunacy. It's a big difference.
All right, sorry I cost you $100 there, but
Yeah, I can ask a question here. It's about Levitan, so Levitan's up. That's the problem. Should I still ask it to Levitan? It's like what he would. It's like.
I mean, I can ask one.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, Spitty.
Okay. How many living animals were eaten alive today up to this point in the world?
Eaten alive?
Yes.
eating a lot, not just like you eat chicken, just eaten alive.
Eaten alive.
Out in the wild, like they're killed and then
yes, a
Who's the
predator.
question for?
Levitan.
Are you talking about eaten by
Or
human?
did you have a question? Or
Eaten by a human or eaten by another animal?
eaten by another animal. Eaten
Uh,
alive. So it could be like an insect eating another insect, a lion eating a gazelle.
Good question.
Who's answering it?
It's
Levitan?
I'm supposed to answer.
That's a great question. Like now, bugs and stuff like that count too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said
Oh, yeah.
bugs.
Jesus, this is hard.
All right. I wrote down an answer.
I have mine.
I have mine.
Hold on. I got mine.
I said 500 million.
I said 12 billion.
Shit. I said 1.1 trillion.
I said 4 billion with a B.
That's got to be me, right?
Yeah, that's Peter.
No. It's actually Bales.
I said 500 million.
Yeah,
you say?
I said 12 billion. You said
yeah, Woody Bells.
closer to you. You win.
Oh, good.
Those answers are way off. It's
Even though my answer
gotta
is
be in the hundreds of
actually
billions.
right.
No, it's easily in the hundreds of billions.
Don't mess that up, Scott. That was mine.
That doesn't mess anything up for you, Bales. You have him on the payroll. It screws up for me. Gives my money away.
All right. Do you have a question?
Bales, I'll ask you, and then we can do another one. How much would Levitan actually need to be paid where he would accept being the judge for Joey's 24 jack-off challenge?
What do you mean? But he has to watch or what?
Yeah, he has to be the judge. He has to see the cum every time, you know? Like
I just see it come out, or I can go in after and evaluate.
Let's see. Let's up the ante. Let's say he has to see it come out on all 24. Really validate. He wants to really validate the bet. How much would Levitan need to be paid?
Are we talking like a yearly salary? Or are we talking a one-stop?
This is a one-time thing. This is a 24-hour
thing. He has a day. He needs to watch another man.
It's a 24-hour endeavor.
How much would Levitan need to be paid?
Where he would actually do it.
I have mine.
And remember, it's not what Levitan actually says. It's what Bales think Levitan would say.
Okay. I got mine.
I got my answer.
Yep, I got mine. And afterwards, I'll give an explanation too. Go ahead.
I wanted to go the Bob Barker $1 route, but I ended up going $12K.
I went 11,000.
I said 20,000.
I wrote 50,000.
Damn it!
I won.
Damn it!
Yeah. I actually don't think it's that big a deal. I'd probably. I mean,
All right, come boy.
I watch porn, whatever. It is what it is. If I have to verify the bet, I'll verify the bet. It's not that big a deal.
I mean, it's not like you're milking them. That'd be the game changer right there.
Oh, milking him would be in the millions, but whatever. I'd take 20K.
Millions?
Yeah.
No.
What?
This is going to get way too weird of a conversation if we go down this path.
You would do it definitely for 250K.
No, I would. No way. I'd milk Joe Inger for 250K. You're out of your mind?
I think you would, buddy. It's a lot of money.
No, I would not.
It's laying on a table outside. You do it, and then you leave, and you walk out with the cash.
Not even close. Like at least $5 million.
I do a lot worse for a lot less.
5 million. Come on.
5 million is way too high, Levitan.
Well, okay. Listen, I just said I'm happy to watch the guy jerk off for 20K, but maybe less.
I thought that was too low.
What if it was Sam Hinkie?
Sam Hinkie, free.
How much could I pay him?
All right. I got a question. Who should I ask here?
I'll answer. I haven't done one.
What's the most geese that have ever flown together in the air at one time in a gaggle?
Gaggle? Is that the term?
Yeah, I think
it's a flock of fucking geese.
I thought it was a flock.
No, I'm pretty sure it's a gaggle. A gaggle of geese. Yeah, it's a gaggle of geese. How many?
We're going to have to bet on that after.
You can look up gaggle.
I will.
Bale's probably
once. Like mighty ducks flying together.
Bales is right. Gaggle of geese. Yeah.
God damn it.
All right, so it's whatever Peter thinks. The most that have, together at one time.
All right. I have an answer.
I got it.
I got it. All right.
I got an answer.
My answer is 5,000 geese.
I said 2,500.
I said $138.
I said 600.
Let's go.
Smitty's crushing, dude.
Yeah, what are you doing over there? You're talking down to him like the guy just won all the money, won the internet, and he can't play $100 lot in things game?
Exactly. Kid can't lose.
No.
All right, I have a question.
That's so off. I personally have seen a gaggle.
You've seen thousands of geese in a gaggle?
Yeah, I actually have. I won't get into it today, but I have a pretty good gaggle story.
Okay, thank you.
Who should I ask?
I'll go.
All right. How many people currently alive in the United States have ever shot under 72 on a real golf course? On a from the whites, or what do you call it, Peter? From the real
Not the whites, bro.
From
the
the
tips.
protein?
What do you call it?
Say the tips. Just make it the tips.
From the tips.
That's
How
the
many
pro.
people
That's the pro. That's the farthest.
That's the backs. Yeah, the back of the tips are always the back.
have ever broken, that currently alive in the United States only, have ever broken 72? Just one round in their life.
Okay. One round in their life. Playing real golf rules, right? Levitan, like 100% by the book.
PGA Tour rules.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I got my answer.
All right, I'm ready.
My answer is 10,000.
I said 120,000.
I said 17,000.
3,481.
Yes.
120,000 is a lot of people.
In their lifetime, though? I don't know. It's probably too many.
I think it's definitely more than what Smitty said, but I thought he would guess low.
Yeah, I should have thought about that.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. All right, Levitan, you want to ask?
I just asked.
Oh, that was yours?
Yeah.
Peter?
Okay.
You guys just play this all night? I can definitely see you just like 3 a.m. Oh, how many ducks are there in the Titicaca during the night solstice in the winter?
Right. This is for Bales. For your shirt. How many people in the United States own Ethereum? At least have some fraction of an ether.
Who's answering this, Bales?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, I'm ready.
I got it.
All right. I said 275,000.
I said 2.4 million.
I didn't understand the question. I wrote down 215.
You wrote what?
215.
You could have asked a follow-up. I mean, this was a little bit unfair because I think that Peter would know what I think better, but I said 2.5 million, so you were like almost.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to act like too biased of a question.
No.
Wow. You think that many people really?
What was the question again?
Less than 1%.
What was the question again?
How many people own Ethereum?
Do you know what Ethereum is?
Yeah, it's like I took it as how many people have a theorem, like a John Nash, like.
Smitty can be out on that one. We'll let him Scott.
Yeah, that's honestly what I thought. Like, how many people have like an E equals MC squared that are alive?
God, don't charge Smitty on that one.
I don't know. You guys are fucking geniuses over there. I'm just like,
So Bales' shirt. Bales, show off your shirt real quick.
Ethereum. It's like Bitcoin.
Oh, okay. Sure. Why not?
It's like a formula. It's like a formula that someone comes up with.
250.
It's my first loss in a month. It's all right.
Oh man.
All right.
Bales, you got a couple more, don't you?
Who should I ask here?
I can answer Levitan.
Oh, we actually had a user ask if we could ask a question about like a woman's hotness. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, that is a good one. Let's put that with this will be right up Smitty's alley.
All right.
Ooh.
I'll ask Smitty.
On a scale of 1 to 100?
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 100, how hot? No, on a scale of 1 to 100, how would you rate the difference between Megan Fox and Betty White?
So give each of their answers individually?
Yeah, each of their answers independently, and then we'll just subtract the difference.
Okay, so we're just guessing the difference.
Yeah, come up with two answers, 1 to 100 of Megan Fox and Betty White. You want to do two different answers?
How they currently appear.
Yeah, right now.
Not like Betty White back in the day.
No, right now.
Slam Fox.
She's still kinky from what I've heard.
Okay, so okay.
I have my answer.
I have an answer.
All right.
My answer is 80 is the difference.
I said 78.
I said 93.
Betty White was 6. Megan Fox 68. 61 would be the difference.
Yes.
Wow, man.
I find
What kind of
not a
rating?
Megan Fox fan whatsoever.
Oh my gosh, that's an outrageous guess. On you must have fucking some standards over there.
Yeah.
No, I don't. She's got weird thumbs. She's fake as shit, and Transformers sucks. So,
His weird thumbs.
Weird thumbs. Bump
Look
her
it
down.
up.
He does have weird thumbs. I saw those thumbs.
yeah. I'm not a Megan Fox fan. If you would have said, like, Nina Agdal or, like, Scarlett Johansson, I'm a big Scarlett Johansson guy.
Yeah? What would you rate her?
Pre-pregnancy, probably like 95. Post, like 92.
Yeah.
Let's ask Levitan. I want to ask Levitan some of these. I'm curious. I want to start gauging.
Do another girl one with Levitan.
So yeah, Smitty, ask a girl for Levitan.
It can just be one girl if you want.
No, we'll go 2. Let's go with Samantha Hoops. You know who that is?
No, but I can Google.
Yeah, she's a
I'll
sports
Google it.
illustrated model from Doylestown, Pennsylvania.
Is she?
Oh yeah.
All right, are you just saying you're friends?
No, I dated her friend.
Samantha Hoops.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay, Peter. There you go. Samantha Hoops and Oprah.
The next president.
Mm.
Levitan. Got it. Got an answer.
I got
All
mine.
right. Go ahead.
Hold on. Okay.
I'm saying the difference is 68.
I said 59.
I said 78.
Samantha Hoops looks a little bit tall for me, but you still can't deny striking beauty. So I gave her a 90. And then Oprah, I mean, not exactly my style. I gave her a 4. So
You racist.
That's what I was hoping. I was hoping Levitan didn't want to come off as a racist and give up.
Yeah, like,
it's not about that. It's just old and whatever, a little pear shaped. So
What about her like net worth is hotness?
No, I wouldn't want that, man. No, I actually have a strong stance about this. I've talked about this on my podcast. I think it's a huge mistake to be with a woman who has more money than you. Big, huge mistake. You lose so much.
you ever
What
see
if
this
she has like $1 billion more than you, buddy? Like that's a little different.
No, I wouldn't want that. I swear I wouldn't want that. It's so much more important to me to feel like I'm in control, have some worth. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got a lot of control there, cum boy.
I love my wife. Levitan, your wife came home and was like, "Oh, I just won $100 million," or like I somehow got a job for like $50 million a year. You'd be like, "Damn it! Like we're screwed. Like this is terrible."
It might be a little different because we've been together since we were poor, so maybe, but yeah, I think I wouldn't want to get with somebody now. Like if Oprah was like, "Hey, I'll marry you now," I'd be like, "No, thank you."
I tend to agree.
I tend to agree.
Who won that?
4. I thought I had 90 and 15 for your guesses, but
Yeah. So
We just actually got a lot in question earlier. We can come back to the girls, but I want to fire one more because we got it. I'll ask who hasn't answered one in a while. Bales?
yeah, you can ask me.
Okay, Bales. A lot in question. How many people in the U.S. do you think have been on a bobsled and gone down a track?
Question. So they do those like summertime bobsled things.
The Alpines?
Yeah. Does those
What do you
count?
think? This is a Twitter question, Smitty. How do you think we should judge this one?
I mean, bobsled can be straight cool runnings on the ice, or it can be summertime recreation.
Let's do straight like strict bobsledding rules.
Yeah.
Like ice, because I think that they're probably watching the Olympics or something.
Yeah.
Asking. All right.
Do you guys
How many people in the U.S. do you think have been on a bobsled and gone down an actual track, Bills?
That are living today.
There's no specificity on being living today.
No, let's do only living.
Okay.
all right, I have an answer.
I
I got an answer.
Hang on.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna have to start drinking out of these measuring cups more often.
Yeah, this is good. Go ahead.
I said 10,000.
I said 6,000.
I said 18,450.
Smitty wins. I said 100,000.
What?
Ow!
So off. You
On
and
an
your
actual
Jaguar
bobsled track?
Yeah, I don't think that's people try things.
Yeah, they try things. 4 random people at a time. Who just happen to stumble upon a iced bobsled course. Go down it. 100,000. That's outrageous.
You guessed 3 billion people spilled soup on themselves today.
And they do. And they absolutely do.
I'm out of.
All right.
I got a good one.
All right. Ask Levitan or Peter.
Peter, I haven't gotten you yet.
All right.
How many people are currently having sex right now?
This second. Okay.
In the world?
In the world?
In the world.
Let's keep in mind it's 9:20 p.m. on a Tuesday.
It's in the world, buddy.
Yeah, it doesn't matter the time.
5 o'clock somewhere, Levitan.
That's true. All right.
Hold on.
Well, what time is it in India?
This number is actually, I think, right, I won't say anything.
All right. I got it. I got an answer.
All right.
I got 840,000.
I said a lot more. I said 70 million.
I said 50 million.
Wow, you guys tie. I have 60 million.
Oh my God. Levitan, fuck you.
You chopped up Smitty's money.
We chopped that.
I was trying to think. I was thinking 6 billion people, 1%, 7 billion people. Maybe I should have gone a little. I was thinking like a little less than 1%.
You think 1% of the population is having sex right now?
So there's a lot of kids and old people too.
I actually
really bad guess.
I think it's lower. I think it's lower than what we guessed. I just thought you'd think it's higher, but
Yeah, it's definitely way lower.
Because when the average time that you have sex is like for most people is like not that long, like probably under 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, and the average person, when the big thing I underestimated is the kids and the old people.
Yeah.
I would actually, thinking about it more now, I think it's like 0.1% or like 0.05% or something.
Thanks. You want to change your fucking answer?
Still, I think what'd you say over there, Smitty?
Say 840,000.
Yours was too low anyway.
You're probably still in trouble. All right, should we do one more girls one or no?
I got one more
Okay.
for Smitty.
Let's go.
How many times has Barstool Nate masturbated in his life?
Great one to end on. All right, so full disclosure, Nate is 29.
All right.
Masturbated or ejaculated? Just masturbated.
Dry. Are you familiar with dry coming?
That's well,
Masturbating and it would be roughly the same, right?
well, no, ejaculation is like
I'm just
zing. There we go. Good one.
just kidding, Nate. Yeah, just masturbating.
All right, I got it.
I have an answer.
Wait, I gotta change that. Okay, got it.
You ready, Pete?
Yeah, I got an answer.
All right, my answer is 3,000.
It's very close. I said 2,800.
I said 9K.
Wait, there's only 365 days in a year.
I originally had a lower answer, and then I went higher.
It's like a 4 times a day habit.
Wait, what's Smitty say?
I said 1,900. I give the little guy the benefit of the doubt.
That's me.
No, what'd you say, Bales?
3,000. What'd you say?
Yeah, 2,800. That's me.
Oh, what the fuck? I thought you said 3,800.
No.
Jesus.
God, I fucked that one up. He's only been alive for like
Yeah.
10 days.
He's only been jerking off for like 14
Damn
years.
it.
Makes sense.
Yes. All right. Are we good?
It makes sense. Makes sense about the star question now.
Yeah, no, that was an egregious guess because that was just there's so many data points there.
All right. This has been another thrilling episode of the Three Donkeys podcast. Very well organized, very well informed, very professional. Huge thanks to Smitty of Barstool Sports for coming on, talking about the fight, talking about jerking off, talking about he said it all basically. For Smitty, for Bales, and for Peter, I am Adam. Good luck, everybody.
Thank you.